Welcome to class. As we prepare for the class to get started, I have some very powerful tips to share with you. All right, and this is going to make it so worth your time. I mean, you're going to be grateful that you watched this video before the class started. And you guys are the first set of people that will get this video. So you're gonna have better opportunities to succeed, I believe, than the previous classes. So far, we've gone through almost 700 people, about 600 people who've gone through the class as of today. I mean, some of us are going to watch this class and watch this in future classes, and we would have done way more than that, you know. But and then these 600 people have recruited an average of about 8,000 people according to our records, right? So it's been an amazing opportunity for people to sort of grow their business, grow their success, and I hope that your success story will be the next. So I'm going to be sharing with you 8 simple tips that would help you prepare for what is coming. What is coming when the training starts, those 8 weeks would be powerful. Some of us haven't seen those types of content before. You know, before, most of us would have gone to a lot of network marketing training where they only tell some stories and then keep saying, don't give up, and that's okay. But if you keep telling me don't give up and you don't give me skills, and imagine that I'm trying to get to Lekki and I face Bega and I'm going towards Shagam and I'm trying to get to Lekki. If you keep telling me don't give up, I'll keep going. But no amount of not giving up is going to get me to where I want to go, because essentially I'm moving in the opposite direction of what I truly want. And that's very important. Skills are important as far as this business is concerned. So there's a lot of motivational training out there, and that's beautiful. But what this training is about the fundamental skills that would get you to succeed, right? The second thing that I want to say is that there is no better time to build your network marketing business. No better time, all right? This is literally the best time in the world. I know we've had so many times that we've been called the best time, but this is literally the best time in the world. In the middle of a pandemic, with millions and millions of people losing their jobs and millions of businesses having to shut down because of the challenges of running a business in a time like this business provides us with an opportunity to help people to be able to build something that is inexpensive, but something that requires effort. In business, there are 3 major factors in business. There's time, there's effort, and then there's money. Now, in most of the case, if you have a lot of money, you might not need to put in a lot of personal effort because you can employ anybody to do that. And you might also be able to succeed in a shorter amount of time. If you have a lot of time, meaning that you're young, you might not need a lot of money. You can start out, and then in 20 years or 30 years, you can sort of become something of yourself. But if you don't have a lot of money and you don't have a lot of time, then you must be willing to put a lot of effort, right? And that's what this business provides. It provides people with not a lot of money, or people who don't want to spend a lot. They might have it, but they don't want to spend a lot of money. And they don't have all the time in the world to wait. They want something that can change their life in 2 to 3 years or 3 to 5 years. And this business provides a huge opportunity in that direction. So how do you prepare for an event like this? How do you prepare? Right? So there are a couple of things that you need to do. Number one, and I need you to write this down. You need to set your goals. You need to set your goals. Why? Because it's important to know what your goals are so that you know when you're going towards them and when you've accomplished them as a result of the program, right? So set your goals. Why is it important to set your goals? Because the person who hasn't penned down what he wants doesn't really want it. And here's the thing. When you set your goals, the next thing I would recommend is that you create a vision board. Most of us might not know what a vision board is, but a vision board essentially is a picture, like if you look towards the top, I don't want to shift this away, but if you look towards the top, you see the red thing there. It's sort of like a board, and on that board are some of the things that I want, So you take pictures of what you want and you pin it up there. You pin it up there. I want to, travel to this place. And I've had amazing pictures up there, like pictures of having, lunch or dinner in Greece and it happened, and pictures of, going to some countries and it happened. So the concept of vision board, I learned first in 2008 when I watched a video called The Secret. And again, I'm going to drop that video here so that you can watch it and then you see what it's like, right? It's one of the videos that we're going to watch before we start the class, and it's going to be mind-blowing. So it teaches, there's a brain scientist in there that teaches that once you put a vivid picture of what you want, it sort of redirects your mind. So I'll give you a practical example. How many of us have ever decided that you want a particular car? Say, Range Rover Evo black or white, right? You decide that you want that particular car, and you obsess about it, and all of a sudden, you start to see the car around. It looks like the Association of Range Rover Owners decide that it's in front of your house and want to start passing, right? Or how many of us remember when we went for NYSC, right? If before you went for NYSC, maybe a year, 2 years before, you just never saw any core members around. And then you get into NYSC, and almost everywhere you turn, there are core members, NYSC core members. And then as you get out of NYSC, get out 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they tend to disappear again. And the reason is because of how our brain works. There's a program in our brain called the Reticular Activating System, RAS. Now that program helps us to concentrate our effort and notice only the things that we want in our lives. Why is that important? It's important because if you don't have a clear picture of what you want, you're not giving your mind an instruction of what to expect. I'm also going to drop an audio on Vision Board that explains it clearly. But again, if you want to get the full gist of Vision Board, you need to watch that video on the laws of attraction. It's a powerful video. It's changed my life. And I'm not going to share a lot of this, a lot of personal stories, tons of stories, outrageous things that I want, and then I've put them up there, and guess what? They've happened, right? And they can happen for you too. So your first thing you have to do is you have to set goals. The second thing you have to do, you have to develop a vision board. Very, very, very critical, right? 3, as you start the program, you have to do. D-O, double, do, right? Why? Because it's a doing program. It's not a learning program. Now, there's a reason why it's structured this way. It's not a training program. The reason why it's structured this way is because it's a coaching program. Why is that important? Why is it important for me to make the distinction? Now, in a training program, I will just hand you the modules and, I'll go. I've collected my money, I'm happy, I'll go. And oftentimes, most of us who've ever done any online training know that we don't go past module 1, right? But if it's a coaching program, what happens is that I'm working with you, trying to impart skills. So there's a lot of activities that you're going to come across in this class. Lots and lots and lots of activities. And if you do them, we've been taking statistics, right? And we have the statistics of the people who do the most activities based on the activities that we draw, people who do about 80% or more, what we have found, and there's been a lot of them, and the people who do about 80% or more tend, by our records, by our research, over a 2-month period, over an 8-week period, we did the statistics at the beginning and towards the end, the people who did 80% of the activities tended to earn between 300 up to 500,000 and above. I'm talking about people who, there are people that we've had who joined this program, and at the point that there's a lady, she joined, she's been in business since 2017, she joined the program just this year, she had not recruited any single person. 4 weeks after the program, 4 weeks into the program rather, she made 740,000 naira in her business. There are people who've made 500,000 in their business just by doing the activities. So you have to do. Even though I say all this nice stuff that you have to do, majority of people will still not do it, right? But don't let that one be you. You have to do it. Why? Because your business is dependent on it, your life is dependent on it. Just think about an extra 700,000 in your business. How different would your business be? How different would your life be if you were making an extra 700,000 a month, right? Very, very important. So the third thing is that you have to do, please. 4, play full out. Participate in the group. Participate. So we're going to drop modules. Please participate. Post your review on every module. And by the way, when we drop the module, you must have watched the rules of the program. When we drop the modules they're not available endlessly, because we don't want people to just be there and say, oh, I'll watch it later, I'll watch it later. No. Each module is only available for about 3 to 4 days, about 3 days, and after those 3 days, it becomes unavailable again. So it's very critical that you watch the modules, but more important, participate. Every evening, we're going to be giving an opportunity for each of us to give feedback on our classes, give feedback on what's happening, and how we are progressing. Please be a part of that every single evening. Why? Because if you do that, you would essentially use the entire group as an accountability system. And people really succeed. To be honest, people really succeed not because of willpower, but because of why power and we power, right? When a lot of people are doing something, we are more energized and more ready to get it done. So don't be the person that doesn't engage. Please, you have to engage if you're going to be successful. Again, the people who have made the most success in this program have also been the people who have engaged the most, right? Very, very important. Number 5, you need to prepare mentally. Prepare mentally. Network marketing is a significantly serious mind game business. That's what it is. It's a mind game business. You're going to get a lot of highs, lows, emotionally, and then you have to prepare mentally. You have to prepare. So because again, we have a little time before the event starts, I want you to settle your mind and say, when this thing starts, I'm going to give it 110%, right? I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure that I get out there and I'm going to crush it, right? So you have to prepare mentally to do whatever it takes to succeed. You see, the funny thing about success is that to succeed does not require your best. It requires you doing what it takes. It's that simple, right? If you get an exam, your best is not necessary. You have to do what it takes. If your best isn't up to what it takes, unfortunately, you don't pass. If your best is over what it takes, just do what it takes and you'll be outstanding. Success is achieved when the person trying to succeed does what it takes to succeed. Everything's got a price. If you pay the price, you get the goods. It's that simple. Right? So you have to be prepared to pay the price to do the things that you must do. And it would be an amazing time for you. Number 6, watch each module early. Every module is building on each other, and there are activities that you're going to do. So every module is important. It's important that you watch module 1 in week 1. In fact, it's important that you watch module 1 on the day that it comes out in week 1. So I have seen a few people in the class, as we've done a couple of streams, who would watch module 1, and they wouldn't watch module 2 at the time. Then it'll be taken off, and then they would beg, and then it will open, and then they're watching module 2 a couple of days late or a couple of weeks late, or they wait until when, because at the end of the class would give like 1 week of revision, and everybody would go. Now, if this course is not about learning, it's about learning to do, right? So you have to watch each module early, because if you do it, it's prepared in such a way that every single week you build on that knowledge. You build on the knowledge to be able to get to that place that you want to get, right? So you have to watch each module early so that you can do the activities that are necessary. And each module comes with an activity, and the entire program has a list of activities that would be introduced in module 1, and that would last us throughout the entire program, right? So it's going to be an amazing program, trust me. And it would be tasking, but it would change your life. Number 7, keep track of your progress. Every week, we're going to be sending out surveys so that you can fill. So if you want to see how many people you have signed up, and and all of that. But please keep track of your progress. Please keep track of your progress. We're going to be sending out those surveys. Please take those surveys. But more than taking surveys with us, please keep track of your own progress so that you yourself can look. Because if you keep track of your progress, you can identify the things that you did when you did them that have produced the most results for you. Right? So please, you have to keep track of your progress. Keep track of your progress would include keep track of the people you are calling every single day, so that you don't call the same set of people and you think that, oh, you're talking to new people. Keep track of progress in every single round. And number 8, which is my most important point, take or make no excuses. You see, I define an excuse as anything that you tell yourself, true or not, that doesn't get you to your goals. And let me explain what this means. Excuse could be legitimate. Oh, I couldn't do the activity. I couldn't really do much because of my children. Now, turn all your excuses to your reason. I couldn't do it because, I needed to find time with my children. Oh, fantastic. We're not saying don't get time with your children. But a lot of the activities that you're going to have to do every day is like 10, 15 minutes. Why not do those 10, 15 minutes or 20 minutes activity because of your children? Right? Not give an excuse. Because there will always be other people who had children who were in your same situation but took a different decision. We are creators of our existence, not just managers of our circumstances. So throughout this whole 8 weeks, life is going to happen to you. You're going to feel great some days, you're going to feel terrible some days, you're going to feel numb some other days. But guess what? Success means that you have to stay committed to the set of activities and push it and make sure you achieve it, right? Do not take excuses from yourself. Do not take excuses from anybody. This is your life here. This is your business. You can get out there and make sure that you succeed the way you ought to. So again, those are the 8 rules. I'll reel them out again, and then I'll share a couple of just a thought, and then we'll be gone. All right? Set your goals. Be sure what you want to get at the end of the program. 2, get a vision board. And to that I said, please make sure that you watch the video. I'm going to post that video on the secrets, the laws of attraction. Please watch the video. Number 3, it's a doing program. And if you learn only, you won't get the best results. Some people just learn and they don't do it, and there's no point. The person who won't walk and the person who can't walk, there's no difference. The person who learns and doesn't practice and the person who didn't learn at all, there's absolutely no difference. Because ultimately, the things that should be done as a result of the learning are still not done. Right? Number 4, play full out, participate in the chat room. It gives you opportunity to use everyone as your accountability partners. Number 5, prepare mentally, right? Prepare mentally to do what it takes to succeed, because success will take what it will take, right? 6, watch each module early, right? Don't put it up until later. I'll watch it later. In fact, each module comes out on Friday. Make sure that by Saturday morning, you've watched it. It helps you. Number 7, keep track of your progress. And number 8, take or make no excuses. You see, if you go through these rules, the next 8 weeks would be completely groundbreaking for you. It'll change your life in ways that you possibly could not have imagined until now. Your business will be changed. You will probably end this year a lot richer than you possibly imagined. A lot can happen in the next couple of months. A lot can happen in the next couple of days. And you can make that happen. And the way you make that happen is by making sure that you do what you have to do. You succeed. You grow. You build. It is your business. And as you build it, guess what? You'll be proud to look at what you built. Guess what? You become an inspiration to everybody. Guess what? you'll be amazing. Your success story will inspire millions of people. So if you watch this, I want you to post in the comments and say, I've watched it and I am excited, right? I want you to post, I've watched it and I am excited. Looking forward to seeing you in class soon. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience also. Looking forward to class. Bye-bye.